Prime Field.
Welcome to Prime Field. A 5-star prospect arrives in Columbia with expectation already built into her resume. Agot Makeer steps onto the South Carolina program at a moment shaped by departures and injury. Her recruitment carried national attention. Her international play supplied measurable production. The central question: can this 6'1" wing translate elite pedigree into immediate measurable impact for a program that demands results? This examination begins with the path that brought Makeer to South Carolina and the credentials she carried with her. Makeer's rise was deliberate. Originally from Ontario, Canada, she transferred to Montverde Academy for her senior year. That move placed her inside one of the nation's most scrutinized high school environments. ESPN ranked her as high as number 4 in the 2025 class. Other services placed her inside the top 6. Offers included UConn, Michigan State, Duke, North Carolina, and Kentucky. She chose South Carolina. In her public remarks, she cited the relationship with Coach Dawn Staley and the championship culture as decisive. This background frames the expectations that follow. The next chapter traces how she proved those rankings on bigger stages. Makeer's resume carries international production. At the FIBA U17 Women's World Cup, she averaged 17.7 points, 7.0 rebounds, and 2.3 assists per game. Her team earned a silver medal. Selection to the McDonald's All-American game confirmed national recognition among her peers. In elite domestic settings, she competed in EYBL circuits and national championship events. She scored 20 points in the Chipotle High School National Championship game. These performances provided scouts measurable samples of scoring, rebounding, and playmaking against top competition. Those game results set expectations for the aspects of her game described next. Makeer projects as a perimeter threat who can also attack the rim, listed at 6. 1, she brings length and an ability to shoot from distance. In EYBL play, she shot 36% from 3. Coach Staley singled out her long-range ability as a key strength. She has handled lead guard minutes at times, which contributed to court vision and passing. Her junior year statistical line: 19.3 points, 7.7 rebounds, 2.8 assists, reflects scoring and a willingness to rebound and create. Senior year numbers at Montverde were lower, a result of playing on a stacked roster, but high-stakes performances showed she can still score when required. Offense for Makeer is defined by versatility: catch-and-shoot spacing, on-the-move shooting, drives to the basket, and secondary playmaking. Her offensive toolkit will be evaluated against South Carolina's immediate needs. Defensive versatility is a measurable strength. Her length and lateral mobility allow her to match up across multiple positions. At the Nike Hoop Summit, she was assigned to guard Aaliyah Chavez and limited a top scorer to 3 points in that matchup. That assignment functioned as a defensive specialist test under pressure. Makeer's performance in that role drew attention to her capacity for focused, task-specific defense. Beyond physical tools, staff and players highlighted her mental processing. Coach Staley and senior Raven Johnson described Makeer and fellow freshman Ayla McDowell as really smart and quick learners. Johnson added she had never seen it from a freshman, underscoring reports of an advanced understanding and coachability for a player entering college. Defense and IQ together suggest readiness to integrate into a system that prizes defensive discipline. Makeer arrives amid roster turnover. The Gamecocks lost perimeter shooters Tehina Paupau and Bree Hall. That departure created a specific need for outside scoring. Florida State transfer Tania Latson joins the roster and brings national scoring experience. Even so, spacing and perimeter volume remain priorities. The season-ending ACL injury to senior forward Chloe Kitts is the defining development. Kitts was a leading rebounder and front-court presence. Her absence opens minutes and responsibilities for wings and forwards. Historically, Coach Staley integrates freshmen conservatively. Top freshmen have often come off the bench. Typical freshman minutes in recent seasons have averaged 16 to 18 per game. The combination of departures and the Kitts injury changes that calculus. Makeer's shooting and defensive flexibility position her as a candidate for expanded opportunities sooner than usual. How the staff balances experience, transfers, and freshmen will determine her initial role. Projection must remain evidence-based. Given the team's needs, a mid-season elevation into a starting role is plausible. A realistic freshman stat target, based on the brief's analysis, approaches 10 points and 6 to 8 rebounds per game. That projection is grounded in her junior year production, international numbers, and the roster vacancy created by Kitts' injury. Coach Staley's system has produced freshman contributors who developed over time. Some past freshmen produced at high levels once integrated. The brief cites UConn's Sarah Strong as a historical example of a top freshman producing immediately. Makeer's minutes and statistical output will depend on matchups, rotation choices, and how quickly she adapts to the physical demands of Division I play. Her advanced basketball IQ and demonstrated shooting accuracy provide measurable reasons for optimism. The next chapter places these projections in the context of legacy and program expectations. Makeer joins a program in transition. The departures of Pau Pau and Hall created a need for shooting. The arrival of Florida State transfer Tania Latson, the nation's leading scorer, will help. But the injury to Chloe Kitts changes the entire equation. It opens up significant minutes in the front court. Minutes that a typical freshman in Dawn Staley's system would not expect. Historically, Staley integrates even her most talented recruits methodically. Program legends like Aja Wilson and Aaliyah Boston both came off the bench as freshmen, averaging between 16 and 18 minutes per game. It is a system designed to let them develop without the pressure of being a primary star. But these are not typical circumstances. Makeer's arrival is both present and prospective. In the short term, she fills discrete roster needs, perimeter spacing, defensive versatility, and secondary playmaking. The absence of Chloe Kitts accelerates the timeline for measurable contribution. In the medium term, her integration will influence South Carolina's ability to sustain competitive continuity after departures. The program's culture emphasizes earned minutes and collective responsibility. Longer term, Makeer's path will be judged by outcomes: minutes earned, stability of performance, and contribution to team success. Her international production and scouting profile suggests she possesses the tools to meet those metrics. If she attains the projected floor, consistent scoring near 10 points, and reliable rebounding, her freshman season will be judged as a meaningful addition to South Carolina's ongoing pursuit of another national championship. This is a chapter of potential grounded in documented performance. The coming season will provide the statistics and game film that convert prospect language into an invaluable collegiate record. Her story is not finished. It is measurable. And its first season will determine how the narrative of expectation becomes a record of achievement.
Prime Field.